Do you remember learning to ride a bicycle for the very first time? Perhaps you recall the initial wobbles, the feeling of uncertainty as your feet left the safety of the ground. You might have fallen once or twice, scraping a knee or feeling a moment of frustration. But then, something incredible happened. You pushed off, pedaled, and suddenly you were balancing all by yourself. The world seemed to open up as you glided forward, a brilliant smile spreading across your face. That moment was not just a victory for your body, it was a spectacular moment of growth for your brain. It was a clear sign that you were learning and changing. This experience is a perfect example of what happens every time you decide to learn something new. It could be learning to play a few chords on a guitar, trying to speak a few words in another language, or even figuring out a new game. At first, these tasks can feel awkward and difficult. Your fingers might not land on the right strings, or the foreign words might sound strange on your tongue. This is completely normal. It is the feeling of your brain beginning to build something new, laying down the first tentative pathways for a new ability. It is the start of a wonderful journey of transformation. The initial struggle is a crucial part of the process. It is not a sign that you are not good at something. Instead, it is a signal that your brain is actively working, stretching, and preparing itself for growth. Think of it like a gardener tilling the soil before planting new seeds. The effort you put in at the beginning prepares the ground for beautiful things to grow later on. Each attempt, even the ones that do not feel successful, is a step forward. Your brain is paying close attention to every movement and every thought, gathering the information it needs to improve for the next time. This magical transformation from I can't to I can is powered by your mindset. When you believe that you can improve with effort, you open the door to incredible possibilities. The wobbly start on the bicycle becomes a challenge to be met, not a reason to give up. Every small success, like balancing for just a few seconds longer, fuels your motivation. You begin to understand that your abilities are not fixed. They can be developed and strengthened through dedication and practice. This understanding is the key that unlocks your brain's amazing potential to learn and adapt throughout your entire life. So, what is actually happening inside your head when you learn to ride that bicycle or speak those new words? Your brain is made up of billions of tiny cells called neurons. You can think of these neurons as little messengers, carrying information all around your brain. They have long arms that reach out to communicate with each other. When you are learning something, these neurons are incredibly busy. They are firing off signals, talking to one another, and trying to figure out the best way to perform the new task. It is like a massive, coordinated team working together inside your mind. These neurons do not just shout into the void. They form specific connections with each other. The special meeting points where one neuron passes a message to another are called synapses. When you first try something new, these connections are weak and temporary. It is like trying to find your way through a thick forest where there is no path. The messengers have to work very hard to find the right way through. This is why new skills feel so clumsy and require so much concentration. Your brain is charting new territory, creating the first faint trails between the neurons that need to work together. Every time you think about or practice the new skill, you are sending signals down these same pathways. This repetition tells your brain, hey, this connection is important. In response, the brain strengthens these synapses. It makes the connection faster and more efficient. It is like turning that faint trail in the forest into a well-trodden path. The more you use it, the clearer and easier it becomes to follow. This is the physical change happening inside your brain. You are not just learning an idea, you are literally rewiring your brain's structure to master a new ability. This process of building and strengthening connections is called neuroplasticity. It is a wonderfully powerful word that simply means your brain is moldable, or plastic, like clay. It is not a fixed, rigid object. It is a dynamic, living organ that constantly changes and reorganizes itself based on your experiences. Knowing this is incredibly empowering. It means that you are the architect of your own brain. Every new thing you choose to learn, every challenge you embrace, and every bit of effort you put in actively shapes the physical and functional landscape of your mind. You have the power to build a stronger, more capable brain. Now we understand that learning builds new connections in the brain. But how do we make these connections strong and permanent? The answer is simple and powerful: practice. Practice is the engine of learning. Each time you repeat an action, whether it is practicing a piano scale or reviewing vocabulary words, you are strengthening the neural pathways associated with that skill. It is like lifting weights for your brain. The first few times might feel tough, but with each repetition, the muscles, or in this case, the neural connections, get stronger and more defined. The action becomes smoother and more automatic. Think about that path in the forest again. The first time you walk it, you have to be careful and slow. After walking it 10 times, you know where to step. After walking it 100 times, it becomes a wide, clear road that you can travel down quickly and without much thought. This is why expert musicians can play complex pieces while talking, or why experienced drivers can navigate traffic with ease. Their brains have practiced so much that the neural pathways for these skills have become superhighways. The information flows effortlessly along these well-established routes, freeing up mental energy for other things. An important part of this strengthening process involves something called myelin. You can imagine myelin as an insulation coating that wraps around the long arms of your neurons. The more you practice a skill, the more myelin your brain produces to wrap around the active pathways. This coating makes the signals travel much faster and more reliably. It prevents the signal from getting lost or weak along the way. So, when you are practicing, you are not just treading the same path, you are paving it and adding express lanes, making it a permanent and highly efficient part of your brain's network. This is why consistent effort is more powerful than cramming. Practicing a little bit every day is far more effective for long-term learning than trying to do everything in one long session. Spacing out your practice gives your brain time to consolidate the learning and build up that crucial myelin sheath. It allows the new connections to settle and become stronger. So, be patient with yourself. Embrace the process of regular practice, knowing that with each attempt, you are physically building a better, stronger, and more efficient brain. Your effort is never wasted. It is always building something wonderful. The beautiful truth is that your brain's ability to grow and change does not fade away as you get older. This incredible power of neuroplasticity stays with you for your entire life. Learning is not just for children in school, it is a lifelong journey that keeps your mind vibrant, flexible, and healthy. Every time you challenge yourself to learn a new recipe, explore a new hobby, or read about a subject you know little about, you are giving your brain a fantastic workout. You are encouraging it to form new connections and keep its pathways active and strong. This is one of the best things you can do for your long-term well-being. Think of your brain as a garden. If you tend to it regularly, planting new seeds and watering the existing plants, it will flourish with color and life. If you neglect it, weeds can start to grow, and the vibrant flowers may wilt. Learning new things is like tending to your mental garden. It keeps your mind engaged, curious, and resilient. It helps protect your brain against age-related decline and keeps you feeling sharp and alive. The joy of discovery and the satisfaction of mastering a new skill are wonderful rewards in themselves, but the underlying benefit to your brain's health is just as significant. So, what new skill could you start learning today? It does not have to be a monumental task. You could learn to identify 5 types of birds in your local park. You could try a simple coding tutorial online. You could download an app to learn 10 new words in Italian. The size of the challenge does not matter as much as the act of challenging yourself. Choose something that sparks your curiosity and brings you a little bit of joy. Embrace the feeling of being a beginner, knowing that the initial struggle is the feeling of your brain coming alive and forging new paths. Ultimately, embracing a growth mindset and a love for lifelong learning is a gift you give to yourself. It is the belief that you can always improve, grow, and become more than you are today. This belief fuels the very process that changes your brain for the better. By staying curious and putting in the effort, you are not just acquiring new knowledge or skills, you are actively building a more resilient, more connected, and more powerful brain. So, go forth and learn. The world is full of fascinating things to discover, and your amazing brain is ready for the adventure.